G'day guys and girls, welcome back to Sidequest Gaming, where we take a look at both old games and new to try and uncover some of those little hidden gems you might want to give a crack and try out for yourself. Today we're taking a look at a really interesting little demo named Knights in Tight Spaces. At its core, Knights in Tight Spaces is a turn-based tactical deck builder where we control a bit of a party of knights, rogues and wizards, each with unique abilities and cards. Battlefield's a bit of a grid, and position is crucial. Each move can really make a big difference, and you'll see that in a minute. We're going to dive in for about 20 minutes of gameplay, 10 to 20 minutes. As always, at the end, I'm going to wrap up with some of my thoughts and feelings about the game and my recommendations from there to see whether this might be one of those titles or hidden gems you want to try out for yourself. So let's dive on in. We're going to go for the Brave, the normal difficulty, and let's grab a fighter. So we get to pick one of a fighter, rogue or cleric as our main character. So we'll go with a fighter. And as you can see, you start off with a whole bunch of cards in your deck right over here. Let's go for a random name. We are going to go with Jeffrey. Are we going to go? Yeah, we're a Jeffrey. Jeffrey seems like he'd be pretty angry. Let's do it. All right. Let's go. We've played. And no tutorial, I am ready to go. Alright, guard, what are you doing here? I think it should be obvious. How did you get in? You're asking all the wrong questions. What you should be asking is, why am I here? I think I'd prefer to just fight you. Fair enough, bro. Let's do it. Alright, new quest started. Something rotten. This is a world map. It's a node-based map. We're very familiar with a lot of roguelites and things like that where we move between selected nodes for each battle. Let's go to our very first battle here and dive in. Now, right off the bat, you can see the art style is absolutely fantastic. And this is something I'm just going to spin around for a bit to show this off. I love how the walls kind of drop down and reappear, and it's got this real cardboard paper cutout aesthetic. The characters looking like they're drawn with red and blue pen, like a biro, and then the rest of it all being... I just love this aesthetic. I think they've done a really cool job of it. When I first saw it from the title screen, it kind of didn't grab me as much as it did when I started looking a bit closely. Now, one of the really core mechanics of this game is the ability to push enemy units and move them around the battlefield. If you kick them out through the doors or over fences and things like that, they fall into what's called the void, which means that they will instantly die. We always have one revert down here, so each match or each battle we can always backtrack our actions one time only. And our goals up here in the top left for this run is to defeat the enemies. There's 4 of them, so 2 here. There'll be 1 spawning right here next round, and we can delay him by standing on top of it. Complete the fight within 6 turns, and to push 2 enemies out of the board. So that's what I meant by the void. So it's trying to make us push 2 different enemies out through these doors over here. Now, up the top here, we've got momentum. These 3 points represent the kind of like our action points that we can do. Something that takes a bit of getting used to is we actually have to spend a card to move around the map. We don't have like move action points. It's actually an ability. And we have blocks that we can use as well. So, how do we want to play this? We could look at just whacking them all, but we do really want to try and knock these guys out through the door. Do we have an ability to do that? We've got one ability that will push a unit in a direction, and we've got one move ability. The other thing to note is units will attack each other if we can push them into each other. So that's a little effect to be aware of. Okay, I can't really move into an advantageous position either. Not actually loving my options here. So let's just try to whittle this guy out and kill one guy. There we go, he's dead. And if we were to go here, I think he's about to attack that position, so I don't think that's a good spot for me to be in. However, how do I want to play this? I'm just going to go there for the moment, and I'm going to block up. Probably the wrong move, but let's see how we go here. Okay, he's moved to a better spot for us. Slip is a move. We've got a long strike. We don't really have any push abilities though either, which is disappointing. So I guess we're just going to try and take this guy out. I guess we just hit him with a... Okay, that's another one down. And I guess we will move up by one because we need to get behind a guy to knock him out anyway. So let's pass the turn. There's only these two boys left. That big heavy dude's going to be a bit of a problem. So let's see, we've got... Okay, I do have a push here. That's good. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get that last quest there. I think that's going to be a bit too hard for my character. But we're going to move over there, and then I think we will whack him with this one. The 3-strike combo, deal 6 damage 3 times. Take his shield off, so he's down to 13 health. I've got 4 shields, so I'm probably going to take a bruising this turn. Yeah, I did. That's not great. Okay, what can I do here that will be of significance? I can kill him, so I might as well do that. And now I've lost that ability to really push 2 enemies out, so, oh well. I could deal 6 damage over here, or I can get some block. I'll get block. And then end the turn. Take 10 damage, all my block. And then we are just going to absolutely wail on this boy. He did. There we go. Victory's ours. So next, glorious victory in the Privy. Lovely place to fight. We defeated all enemies, so we're going to get a new card. We completed the fight within 6 turns, so we're going to get $20. We did not push 2 enemies out of the board, so we don't get that additional 20. Continue. All right, what ability do we want? So this card is required for us to have a ranger or a ranged weapon, so we can take it, but we're just not going to be able to use it, so it's not a good idea. Hammer blow does 4 damage plus 1 damage per combo. Maintains distance, means that we don't move closer when we do it. And the other one's a hammer blow as well, so we're going to take one of the hammer blows. Okay, next day in the tavern, Jeffrey. And that's how I ended up getting lost in the Baroness's castle and how I bravely escaped her privy, pursued by her elite guard. Barkeeper. Sure, hustler. Like the time you outwitted that demon or punched that sawtooth sea creature. It's all true. If I might interject, sire, may I take a moment with your friend? They're absolutely no friend of mine, so you take them for as long as you like. Do I get a say in the matter? Of course. If you want the kingdom and everything you love to be destroyed, then stay here drinking. Otherwise, meet me at the old bridge and I will explain. I don't know why I put the voices on, but it seems suitable. He seems a bit snobbish. Alright, old bridge, let's head on out. Alright, fight. Remember how I was talking before about the voids? Now we can hold down Alt key to kind of highlight areas. These red lines here represent the voids. Alright, our goals: defeat 5 enemies, reach 5 combo, delay 2 enemy arrivals. So we delay an arrival by standing on top of their little like spawning point, or for that matter, knocking someone into that point. So if I do this, in theory, that should delay the arrival of the next enemy, which would be quite lovely, really. Can I step forward and knock that guy off? I probably can, actually, but is that even what I want to do? What I might do, I'm going to step over here, and I'm going to do 6 damage to this skelly boy. Not kill him, that's disappointing. I should have done the math better. Oh well. I just got hammered by that skeleton kicking me. Disappointing. Did I delay it though? I delayed 1 arrival. That's fantastic. Okay, so I do want to try to get up to one of these other arrival points. Am I going to be able to do that? I don't think I am. Okay, so dash will let us move a bit. Quick strike to do 12 damage will kill that boy. We like that. I can hammer blow this guy to kill him. So we're now up to combo 3. And we're going to dash all the way up here to try and get a little bit closer. Okay, he's summoned in. Is that the last one? Bollocks, it is. So I didn't get the 2 delays. Oh well. I think we're going to handily get the other elements though. So let's go. I keep reading the red fist as their health. I know that's a really dumb thing to do, but it just, I don't know, in my head, health is red, and so I'm just wired that way, I guess. I could have pushed him off the edge. I probably should have done that. I did not do that. Let's head over here, and let's push him. There we go, get a little bit of damage off. Done, end turn. Nice. Okay, and we need combo 5, so I need to make sure I get 2 hits happening here. So let's hammer blow him. Okay, that's 1. Combo 4, so this next hit will get us the combo. So we're going to dash up here and smack him. And now we're going to take a bit of damage. Can I still do 6? I can. I did 2, sorry, but that got us over the line. Nice. All right. Oh, we didn't get 5 combo. That is not great. So we only got the new card. All right, what are we going to pick? Shove. So it's a free one that we just get to push someone. That seems like a good idea. Quick kick is deal 4 damage and 1 push. Also good. Ground pound, deal 1 push in all directions. All great. I'm going to grab shove. I'm a big believer in free cards, like things that action economy sort of thing. So Jeffrey, you're here just in time to be of no help whatsoever. My apologies. I did not expect our new arrivals to make it here so soon. You have proven yourself useful. If you work for us, we can make it worth your while. We've been watching a necromancer for a while, but in the last few days, something has bolstered her powers to unimaginable levels. This lot was just the start. My people are still tracking her current whereabouts. In the meantime, we need to slow their progress across the kingdom. Re-kill the undead and wait for further instructions. Got it. You would be well served to seek assistance in your quest. The local tavern will patch you up, and there may be individuals who will join you on your journey for a price. You can now hire new recruits at the taverns. Of course, it's at the tavern. Okay, so we can heal the leader, heal the party, or recruit. Let's recruit. We can get a hunter or a brawler. So a brawler is a punchy dude, and a hunter is kind of... it's got a short bow, so he's a ranged guy. Let's grab the ranged guy. Alright, if we had a few more bucks, we could get 2, but we do not. So we should probably heal our leader because the health carries on over, which is something that makes it a little bit more challenging. So let's go to the next area, the blacksmith. Oh, blacksmith spot. So here's our new friend, our shooty. And we've got 2 kind of neutral friends. So we have to protect any hostages. We have to defeat the enemies and take less than 10 damage. You know what? Hopefully that's quite achievable. Now, these white eyes here, they're basically Overwatch. Think of them like that. If I move into that space, I will trigger an auto attack, which obviously we do not want to do. So let's grab our main boy first up, and we're going to push him. Can we push him? Do I not have... What's going on here? Something's not right. I want to shove him to the left or right of their current... Oh, okay. So I think I can only shove... oh, okay. So I see what I'm doing there. I haven't had that card before. I can choose to push him left or right. I don't just get to push him backwards. So it's kind of allows me to manipulate his position a bit more, which is actually really cool. What I can do, I can long strike this guy down here, I reckon. So let's shove him over here. See, I got that the attack on me, which is disappointing. This guy's going to attack here next turn no matter what. I'm going to long strike this boy just to stab him in the face. I think, okay, I'm going to re-roll this because I've definitely played that poorly. So I'm using my one re-roll there to go back to the start of the match. So, what about my quick shot? How strong is this guy? He's got 4 armor and 12 health. So I can hit him for somewhere around 10. And I could also... So I'm going to have to use 2 things to take this guy out. But I probably do want to take him out. So we're going to do that. And then quick strike him to finish him off. Nice. Now over here, I could tactically retreat to get out of his way of his arrow. Which is not the worst idea. I actually like that idea because then he's going to shoot his friend. Yep, let's do that. So let's get out of there. Nice. So he shot his own friend. That's fantastic for us. And he will shoot him again at the start of his next turn. Loving it. I might even just... I'm just going to pass the turn there. I like that. Boom. He's just killed his own mate. Great. Okay. Once again, we're being targeted there. What do we have down here? What's powder? Discard 1 card and then draw 2 cards. That's pretty cool. Ponder, sorry, not powder. Ponder. Well, we could do a very similar thing and move out of his way. And get a bit of block. And then we could do 3 strikes on him. Or that's probably our best bet, to be honest. Head over. We'll grab him. Can I not use that on him? There we go. And I mean, if I just stay there, I'm going to delay the damage. So that's a pretty good move for me, to be honest. If I slip this guy forward a bit so that we're starting to get a bit more in range, let's ponder, discard that, and maintain distance. Can we hammer blow from there? We can't. Wait, I've got selected the wrong character. That's one thing to get used to, is selecting the right character, and there's a lot of these attacks that will close the distance of a tile, which is fantastic. Pass turn. Here they come on in. Ooh, okay. We've got a jump attack. That's pretty rad. Same deal. He's shooting at me again, so I think we just keep playing hopscotch back and forth between them. There we go. So he's now going to shoot him. Great. That's what we want to see. We can jump attack him, but that's not going to hit him. But honestly, it's probably best we just run on up here and wail on him with 20 damage if I can. Yeah, get rid of him. Nice. Nice. Okay, end turn. You may have noticed we now have 4 actions instead of 3. I should have pointed that out, but that's a result of us getting an additional character. Oh, can we do the jump attack? Will he jump far enough? No, he won't. That's a shame. Okay. But probably our best bet is to, if we just go 1, jump him on over, whack. There we go. And if we hammer blow him, are we going to finish him? We are. Massive success. We got both of the special, I guess, we got both the secondary mission objectives, I guess. So, what are we going to pick? We will pick... Ooh, retreating shot sounds pretty good. Shove is the one we've already got. Let's go retreating shot. Thank you for your help. We don't have much, but here's all we have with our thanks. Take the money or refuse money. Take the money. Always give us the money. Continue. Before you leave, there is also a trader nearby if you wish to broaden your skills. We also have a top-notch blacksmith, good range of weapons, excellent prices, really hot forge. Consider dropping in. Awesome. All right. So, this is Knights in Tight Spaces. What do I think about it? I'm really intrigued. As I said, it's a bit of a turn-based tactical deck builder. The combat mechanics are really well thought out, and they are a bit of a puzzle every time, which I'm enjoying. One of the standout features is that environmental interaction. Like, you really do have to navigate the map and use everything to your advantage. The art style is this kind of great combination of kind of comic book cuts, like hand-drawn, and medieval grit. I'm really enjoying the monochrome characters and how they contrast with the environment. And, you know, the story is relatively interesting. Like, there's not a lot to it so far, but from what I've seen, I have enjoyed so far. All in all, my final thoughts, this is a really strong foundation. The demo's heaps of fun, and I can see the game loop being really, really satisfying and enjoyable. I enjoy, as much as deck builders are out there left, right, and center, I'm really enjoying how they've combined the deck building element with the kind of, I guess, roguelike RPG side of things. And they're coming together to make a mechanically really sound game. I think it's going to have a lot of replayability. Definitely one I'm wishlisting and looking to pick up when it comes out. This has been Sidequest Gaming. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I release a video every day of the week. So please like, subscribe, stay tuned in to see the next one. Hopefully this has been something that maybe is a gem that you want to add to your own collection. If not, see you in the next one, and maybe we'll find one for you then. Have an amazing day. See ya.